BMW X1 review. But before we start, please support us by pressing the like and subscribe buttons, so that we can continue to provide information about car and motorcycle news. Also turn on the bell button to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you. The conundrum of the BMW X1, as outstanding as some of its saloons, estates and SUVs have been over the decades, there's no greater proof of the enduring power of the BMW brand than the success of the previous X1 crossover hatchback. Over a life cycle of almost exactly 6 years, built in factories in India, China and Russia as well as in Germany, the X1 clocked up 730,000 worldwide sales. And yet the X1 was awkward looking, cumbersome handling, badly packaged, plainly finished and equally plainly rough and unrefined. Munich's blue and white propeller may never have been risked on such a poor car. What, you can't help but wonder, would happen if BMW made a good one? It certainly needs to. In the 6 years since the launch of the original X1, the crossover market has mushroomed to the point where it has become more important than most of the more traditional segments in which BMW can draw on established experience and strength. Building a good X1 is probably more vital than leading the market with any of the firm's luxury or sporting models. To achieve that aim, there's a new platform, new engines and all kinds of new onboard and all-round systems technology at play here, all going towards repeating the sort of European sales domination that BMW has produced with some of its executive saloons. The transversely engined, predominantly front-drive UKL platform underpins its third series production model for the BMW Group after the Mini hatchback and BMW 2 Series MPV. And atop sits a body widely rethought for more recognizable SUV looks and significantly better practicality. The Chinese market benefits from a long wheelbase version of the X1, with the UK unlikely to ever see an X1L. Among those new engines are the latest 3- and 4-cylinder turbocharged petrols, diesels and plug-in hybrids, many of them providing the obvious performance superiority we've come to expect from BMW. But will BMW's other motive trademark be in evidence here, in the shape of truly distinguishing handling appeal to go with that obvious get up and go? BMW X1 engine lineup and trim levels. There are a total of 3 powertrains to choose from, with 2 petrols, a 3-cylinder S-Drive 18i as well as a 2-liter, the latter of which is available in either 2 or 4-wheel drive, 2 diesels, the 18D and 20D, and latterly a plug-in hybrid with 4-wheel drive as standard. If you really must have a manual, then the only engine options are either the smaller petrol or diesel lumps, otherwise it's a dual clutch or auto. There are 4 trim levels available, SE, Sport, X-Line and M Sport, although the plug-in hybrid is only available in Sport or above. M Sport gets more aggressive styling tweaks, and obviously additional levels of equipment, but even the base doesn't look too impoverished. The most apparent change with this new X1 is a proportional one. The jacked-up estate car looks of the original car have been replaced by a much more conventional crossover body style, with a higher roofline, beltline and seating position. The visual awkwardness has gone, too, and the X1 now looks more like a downsized X3 or X5 and, perhaps even more important, much more like a premium brand alternative to a Nissan Qashqai, rather than a curious sort of 1 Series Allroad. That the car looks slightly shorter of snout is down to the fundamental shift through which all compact BMWs will go over the next couple of years, from a long-ways engine and rear-wheel drive to a transverse engine and, for the most part, front-wheel drive. You wouldn't say that the X1 looks any less like a true BMW as a result of the shorter bonnet, although it remains to be seen if we'll be able to say the same of the next 1 Series. The X1's UKL platform brings with it a steel monocoque underbody that, BMW claims, is significantly stiffer than that of the previous car and also allows for a near-perfect 50-50 front/rear weight distribution. If true, such a weight balance would be unusual for a transversely engined car. Most of the car's panels are steel, with aluminium used for the bonnet and in places throughout the suspension. McPherson struts feature at the front and a multi-link axle at the rear, both combined with fixed ride height coil springs. Adaptive dampers are offered as an option, as is BMW's speed-dependent active ratio variable sport steering system. The engine range consists of a range of twin turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engines, including 3 different tunes of diesel engine, the 148 bhp S-Drive, front-wheel drive, and X-Drive 18D, the 187 bhp X-Drive 20D and the 228 bhp X-Drive 25D. Meanwhile, those craving a petrol can opt for the 188 bhp X-Drive 20i X1. Higher-end variants of the X1 get an ICE 8-speed automatic transmission as standard, and a choice of either front-wheel drive or part-time four-wheel drive, which is delivered via an electro-hydraulic clutch situated on the rear axle.
Thanks for watching.
Drop a like, leave a comment,
and don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this.